Hey guys, welcome to another Fangirlz Assemble. If you're new joining us, that's a big surprise. My name is Maddie. This is Kristan.
I won't sit around. We're here.
This is our last show of the year until January. And so what better way than to talk about our top 2019 reads, which for me is an abysmal task because I cannot remember what I've read. I know I've read a lot. And honestly, if there was a number to it, I think I'd be a little scared.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if I didn't keep track on Goodreads, I don't know where I would be. I was like, I didn't even realize I read some. I was scrolling through, like, I didn't know I read this year. Like, I was remembering it from 2 years ago. That's not right. So it's hard. It's hard to keep track of. It is.
Well, I have started, doing a bullet journal.
Oh, cute.
Everyone recommends, everyone, I say people like me with ADHD are recommended to use bullet journals. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to try it. And you can just do whatever you want with it. So I might add, a page towards the end that's just, like
a reading log. It's great. Yeah.
And I can put, a happy face or a frowny face next to it. And then that's enough. It's way less stress than, a full review.
Oh, yeah.
So I can just write, I don't know, Punisher by Garth Ennis. Medium face.
Just a line across face. One of those.
Yeah, so maybe I'll try doing that. Maybe we'll see if that works at all for me next year.
Well, speaking of Garth Ennis's Punisher, you could get that, I think, at InStockTrades.com. I'll have to check.
InStockTrades.com? What is that?
It's only the best place to go for your collected edition comics. It's where we all go. Right now, on the front page, you can get Animal Man by Jeff Lemire Omnibus for 50% off. I'll be doing that really soon.
Oh, crap. Is it
you guys know.
Oh, I would like that.
Are you looking around?
I'm looking at it right now.
Ooh, we can review it together because I've never read it, and you guys know I love Jeff Lemire, so that's a great deal. I can't pass up on that there. That's $50 for a big ol' omnibus. I'm so excited, so I'm gonna get that.
Anyone want to buy that for me for Christmas? Please.
I'm gonna make someone.
Oh man, that's a great deal. And
yeah,
we have another omnibus, which the Flash by Jeff Johns hardcover is also 50% off, which is a great deal. For omnibuses, 50% off.
It's the best deal ever.
Forget about it.
You're not going to get that nearly anywhere else. It's just, yeah. Well, especially with their packaging. Their packaging is amazing. I know we've all been ordering a lot of Christmas presents, and I don't know about you, but I've got some boxes from other places with big old holes in the side of them. It's just bad stuff going on. And I'm like, how did this survive? And some of them didn't. So, but I never have to worry about it with In-Stock Trades. I didn't even open some of the packages I got because I was like, I know it's fine. I'm not even going to open this now. I got to wrap it later. It's the best.
Oh, man. Speaking of recent releases, crap, I'm going to have to make another order. I'm so upset about it. Because Female Furies, the trade paperback just dropped by, I never know to call her Cecil or Cecil Castellucci. And it's about Big Barda before, she joins up with Mr. Miracle. And then also, the latest, Batgirl dropped, and I don't have that yet, with her, unfortunate costume change that I'm not a fan of. Loki, Agent of Asgard's complete collection's out.
I saw that. That's quite tempting.
And Outer Darkness, Volume 2. The Saint Young Men hardcover just dropped. That's a really big deal. Man. Oh, and Superman Smashes the Klan, number 2 out of 3.
There you go. There's also an Eric Powell art book that Reed has been really excited about. I'm going to have to buy that for him. Because everybody loves Eric Powell's art. It's good.
Oh, Hayden. I hope that's sarcastic.
That's the show.
That was sarcastic. Although I still want a copy of the Heroes in Crisis hardcover just because the art under that dust jacket is so nice.
Even though you hated it so much.
I hate it so much that I still want it, which is awful. Maybe I could do
how often are you going to look under that dust jacket though? I mean,
I'm going to throw the dust jacket in the
display naked. Oh, I see. Good.
At least
that's the case.
That's my one rebellion.
That's how you'll tell them. Like, I'll buy this and support it, but I'm gonna throw this away.
Well, it's like it's under the dust jacket is Booster Gold and Blue Beetle just like hanging out. That's it. It's beautiful.
So it's an art display for you.
Yeah.
It counts, I guess.
I love my boys. I got a lot of boys, and that's 2 of them.
Nice. I like it.
Ooh. Frey says Loki's Agent of Asgard is so good and a great companion to Aaron's Thor. Okay. Best plus the best follow-up to Gillen's Kid Loki. So I've never actually read any like Loki alone books.
I haven't either.
But I'm absolutely let me add that to my top reads. Spoiler. I love Jason Aaron's Thor.
Oh yeah, I need to read that. That's going to be like my first thing I read next year. I say that. I keep saying that. But I think
we need to do a trade-off. Like, you need to read that. Where's our omnibus?
I mean, the moment it happens, though, I'm going to be like, why do I have all these hardcovers?
I know. I hope they release it with the next Thor movie, because I'm itching to get that.
That Thor movie.
It was so...
I'm so excited.
It better be gay.
I'm so excited.
But I need to read some Loki, so since Freddie recommended it, I trust him. I'll read it. Maddie's turning to Omar, buying books she hates. Listen, I'll never be Omar level. That man will buy a book he hates 3 times over, depending.
He'll buy anything.
Yeah. And nah. I'm not the biggest fan of Boom Buffy, as you know, but am I getting the hardcovers? Damn right. Of course.
Yeah. I mean, you have
anything
to.
with Buffy on it, I'm like,
yep, that's what I'm getting. I'm like, double dipping? Sure. Yeah, that's what I'll be doing. Like, not a big deal. Don't care.
Yeah.
Gotta support it. It's a thing I want to continue.
I'll do anything for it. I don't care. Man, speaking of which, we need to schedule our first part of the read-through for January, too. We can talk about that at the end.
We gotta figure that out.
Yeah, I can make a cute little graphic we can post with a little timeline.
Adorable.
Yeah.
Love it.
Okay. So, the talk of today is 2019 top reads. So, Kristin.
Yes.
Word on the street is that you made a little
I had to
guide, which I think is wonderful. So I will just offer up my recommendations based on the categories which you present.
Perfect. Let's do it. I had to group some of these into categories because I was like, well, they could be in my top 10, but I need them in specific categories. So they're out of my top 10. Yeah. There's just too much. There's just too much.
Do a top 10.
Oh, well, I did that. And then there's just a slew of honorable mentions. So I'm going to get to that later.
Wow.
I think.
You're so impressive. I just have like a list with bullet points.
Hey, that works too. And here's the deal. I wouldn't be so impressive if I didn't stare at my Goodreads the whole time. Like, what did I read? How do I feel about this? So, we're going to start with favorite Marvel books. I have 3 that I narrowed it down to that I read this year.
Sorry to interrupt. Yeah, just to clarify for everybody, this is out what we've read this year. So this is not necessarily like our top 2019 releases. It's more so reviewing what we've read.
Yeah, because I'm going to tell you some things I don't know when it came out. So, could have come out this year. I don't really know.
Yeah.
We're not worried about that. Yeah, we just read it this year. So what's in my favorite Marvel category? Mr. and Mrs. X. Come on now.
Oh, yeah.
So good. I know you and I both love that. Deadpool World's Greatest and Despicable Deadpool. That was such a great follow-up to the Dugan Passain run. It was just so good. So it's definitely worth your money. I think I said it when I reviewed that, but you can get those hardcovers, those oversized hardcovers for dirt cheap. So look around. They're clearanced out like everywhere. And it's worth your money. So then the Darth Vader omnibus. It was so great. You're going to love it. It was so good.
I need after following our Buffy reading, I need like a Star Wars comic reading.
Yeah, we'll have to take some breaks in that, I think.
Yeah, probably.
But not get too crazy. Although we could. But then we'll be the Buffy channel. So, we'll figure that out.
That's fine.
Those are my favorite Marvel reads this year.
Well, my favorite Marvel read of the year is all of Jason Aaron's Thor.
There you go.
It's perfect. I mean, absolute 10 out of 10 for me. Like, I devoured that whole thing. It's beautiful. It's very well done. And I think I'm a Jason Aaron super fan forever from now on, always now.
There you go.
I'm just I love him. And that team up in that Thor one's amazing. Like, between him and the artist and the colorist, it's beautiful. And it's so good. And I'm so excited for you to read it.
Oh, next year, yeah.
And for me, like, I'm very much, I love Norse mythology, I love fantasy, and it gives me a good mix of that. And so, it checks off all my boxes. And it made me fall in love with Jane Foster Thor, which I had tried to read by itself, standalone, maybe last year or the year before, which is a mistake, because it's really meant to be read in order.
Because you got to know that journey. Yeah.
Yeah, because when she showed up, I was like, I don't really care. But then the second read through, I was just like,
it's the best ever.
And then when, and I read that right along the time, like right before I think the announcement was made that we would get Jane Foster Thor in the upcoming movie. And I was just like head over heels. So that's my top Marvel read for the year. And I've read some other things too, like She-Hulk I really liked, but that's the main one that I stick to for this year.
Perfect. Yeah, that'll be in my top for next year.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the next one's favorite DC stuff. That's going to be harder for you. It's easier for me because I have less to go through.
Well, it's hard too because I've kind of like fallen behind this year, it feels like. Well, maybe I even haven't, but this past few months I feel like I haven't been as up to date on DC.
Well, you've had to like read specific things for your show and stuff too.
Yeah, true.
So that's been hard.
So for me, I guess top DC for this year would be, that I've read, would be Booster Gold 52 Pickup and Blue and Gold, which I could take down from my shelf, but it's so far away, so I won't. I really like that, but I'm a big Booster Gold fan. I also read The Authority finally because they've released that omnibus. I really, really enjoyed The Authority. I thought it was very, very well done. And I didn't even know that was DC until I picked it up. But I think you'd like The Authority too. I don't know if you've read
I know of it, but was it Vertigo or was it DC?
I don't know. From what
I could be making that up.
Well, it's very possible that you are correct, so I'm not even sure. And Grace's disappointment would be Heroes in Crisis.
Oh, we know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though you'll still buy it, it's fine.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you have to.
And I know I've read other DC, but honestly, there's so much I couldn't even tell you right now, like what I'd cling to, really.
Totally.
Of course, a lot's been going on since Heroes in Crisis has started. It's been harder for me to be like, oh, this is it, because it's just everything's been kind of a mess.
Totally. So I know I haven't read. What?
Oh, sorry. I for a second I almost said Supergirl being super, but we all read that last year.
Oh yeah, yeah. See, and I get confused too, especially that stuff like early in the year. It's like, wait. When was that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. But I narrowed down my DC to 2, which I didn't have many anyway. I should have counted. I had several, but not many. That would be the Super Sums Omnibus.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Which is great. Also, I forgot I even read this year until I was scrolling through. Like, oh yeah, I guess I read that early this year. It's so good. It's worth the hype. If anybody can still find that, I think it's out of print now. But grab the trades. It's worth it.
Oh yeah.
And Harley Quinn Breaking Glass. I enjoyed it a lot. You know what?
That is also on my list I wrote down here that I forgot about. So it's very good. Definitely the best of the DC ink.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't read them all yet, but for sure what I've read, that's the best one. It was just totally fun and worth it. And, we talked about it in a previous episode if you want to go deeper into it.
Yeah.
But it was great. So those 2 were great. Favorite independent. I know this is big, broad, and hard. See, a lot of my independents ended up on my top 10. So wasn't that difficult for me?
Yeah.
But I chose Black Hammer and all of the side stories.
Okay.
Because it's so great. That's something I want you to read next year. So
I'd love to.
I think you will totally enjoy it.
We'll put that on our like book club trades or whatever.
Definitely. And that library edition is beautiful and worth all your money. Dark Horse really kills it every time. Yeah. And that it's 42% off on IST. So you can't beat it.
Yeah.
And all the side stories were fantastic. I highly recommend anyone who hasn't jumped in. Now's a great time because there's several trades out, several side stories, and it doesn't seem to be ending anytime soon. So check that out.
Man, favorite independent. There's a lot. Are we saying like independent as far as like anything? Sometimes when people talk about comics, they say independent. It's like anything not DC Marvel.
Yeah, we're just gonna go with that. Yeah.
Honestly, so many things.
Yeah. No, I get it. That's my biggest category.
Yeah, it's hard because all of Tilly Walden for me, because I didn't read. Sorry, I got a popcorn kernel somewhere in this. I hadn't read any Tilly Walden until this year, and that just, blew my mind. I hadn't really touched a lot of first, second published books until this year, and it's honestly, I think it's my favorite publisher of this year.
There is a favorite publisher category, and I have first, second down. So I'll just spoil that right now. That's
spoil it. So we can talk more about that when we get to it. But yeah, all of Tilly Walden's stuff. These Savage Shores, which is very hard for me to say. I really loved that this year. I'm going to
add that to my order, I think.
I think you should. I still haven't bought it because I had checked it out, or when I read it online, I purchased it in Comixology. But I keep hoping they'll come out with a really nice, pretty shiny hardcover because the art deserves it. But I need to just like take the hint and buy the trade because I want them to have my money.
Yeah.
Sunstone, big contender from Image for me for this year because I think maybe I'd read the first hardcover last year, but I picked up the second one this year finally and just in love. I was just sobbing at the end. I really loved it. And if anyone feels like seeing my review of it on New Year's Eve, Drunk with Omar, that'll be live on my other channel.
That'll be fun.
It'll be interesting. Nailbiter. I love Nailbiter. Yeah. I know the ending's screwy, whatever. But
I like
want to read. All of TKO round 2. I don't know what I was doing with my life before TKO.
Yeah, I made this list before. I think I finished these, and they would probably be up there.
And then there's some other first, second books, and Infidel was a big, big hit for me this year. This book that I should have already returned to the library.
Been there.
So good. But I love horror. And this was awesome. And that was just me, like, very quickly talking through stuff. Oh.
Perfect.
This. Critical Role, Vox Machina Origin.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful 10 out of 10. No question. Very well done. I would have liked this even if I hadn't listened to the podcast. Very well done.
Nice.
That's quick and gritty. We can talk about more in depth stuff later, but
totally.
Yeah.
Among all the favorites, I threw in the biggest disappointment. So let's just do it.
Heroes in Crisis.
We know. Yeah, we know. We know yours. We totally know it.
Did we read the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina this year or last year?
I read it years ago, and I was like, no.
Man, that book's...
I would not reread that, I think, for sure. Someone forced me, maybe, but it's not worth our time, I don't think. But yeah, that's a total disappointment. I put down Little Girls, which is an Image comic.
Oh, yeah, you hated that.
That was so... Yeah. I'd never tell anyone not to read something, because someone maybe likes it. But if you waste your time with it, that's on you, because it's not worth your time. It's just really not. And that did come out this year. And what a bummer. That was a total waste of a Hoopla credit for me, and I'm still mad about it. So, sad day.
I also hated Dark Phoenix.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
This year. Before we go on the next category, let's catch up with some of the chat, so we can see all of their picks and everything. For Matthew, Aaron's Doctor Strange was his best Marvel read of 2019. I would like to read it. I haven't read any Doctor Strange. Larry said that the 3 Harley Quinn omnibuses were his favorite. I need to read more of that also. I've only read, as far as Harley Quinn, I've read her rebirth stuff, but I haven't gone back to read other.
Yeah, I want to read those too. Those omnis are beautiful.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pass pick them out.
Yeah.
Favorite Marvel's too hard for Freddie, but DC's Kingdom Come, Mr. Miracle, New Frontier, and Justice. I don't remember if I read Mr. Miracle this year or last year, but that's definitely a very, like, that's a top contender for me. That wonderful book. I have my complaints, but I still really liked it. Hayden's for DC was Super Sense. Worse is the current Harley run. Fair. And then Larry said he forgot what Super Sense. Super Sense the best. Killer Be Killed Deluxe for favorite indie. Everyone's talking about that.
Yep.
I haven't read it.
I haven't either.
Everybody's talking about it.
I intend to eventually, but not right now.
Larry said Tilly Walden should be in a category by herself, otherwise it's not fair.
It's true.
Right? Little Bird was amazing. I did add that to my list.
Everyone's talking about that too.
Yeah, that's been added to my wish list that probably no one's going to buy from for me for Christmas.
Sad.
Yeah. And Middle West tops the indie list.
Middle West is great.
Freddie says top 5 is Don Rosa's Duck. All Kristen Goodsnook, yeah. Saga, Monstrous, and Scott Pilgrim. And Hardcore Anxiety goes tied with Mars Attacks.
Oh, I'll read that. He'll love that.
That's a great list.
It's a good list.
Oh man, Mars Attacks. Love Mars Attacks.
Oh yeah, so good.
Hey, you said Dark Phoenix is the first comic I ever read. You're killing my childhood, Maddie. I know. And, you know, for Omar, that's very nostalgia, too. Mm-hmm. I don't have that nostalgia. And also, I hated Jean growing up.
Yeah, certain things just don't... I don't know. It depends on what age you get to them and, like, where you're at. And I love that original X-Men trilogy. I was a kid when I saw them, you know?
Yeah.
Still love them because of
I didn't like it, but that's only because I started out with X-Men Evolution before the X-Men movies. So I was a pretentious little shit about it.
I mean, I also started with that, but then I was like, they're real. It's in real life.
Question for you, Kristin. Did you dislike Little Girls more than Plutona?
I sure did. It's worse. Everybody knows I do not like Plutona, but Little Girls is worse than that. At least, like, my complaint with Plutona is, like, it didn't end. Like, just suddenly it was gone, and it was like, wait, there was no character development. Nothing happened. Like, stuff would have happened. If it would have just continued, it would have been like, oh, this is good.
Yeah.
But it just, boom, that's it. Little Girls the entire time was like, what am I reading? Nothing's ultimately happening, and what is happening is not good. So, yeah, it's worse.
All right, let's go ahead and go to your next category.
All right, I have a late to the party love. So this is something maybe you should have read 10 years ago. Maybe you should have read forever ago. Mm-hmm. You feel really late to the party, but now you're in love with it. I picked Mutts, the Mutts comic strip, which has been around forever, and I'd never read any of it. And I just tore through some of those treasury volumes. It's such a joy. I love everything about it. So I felt really late to the party, but now I love it.
Oh man, that's a hard one.
I often feel late to the party with stuff, so it was hard for me to narrow down. Like, yeah. I should have read this years ago probably, but here we are.
I think for me this year, it would be Upgrade Soul, because I didn't read it until way after you and Freya did. And I'm a diehard Upgrade Soul fan now.
Yes, there you go. That's what matters.
Love it. And once again, for the channel, I will not talk about it. Because Kristin did not tell me anything about Upgrade Soul, and I won't tell you anything about it.
Yeah, that is the 100% best way to do that book. Like,
oh, yeah.
Just don't. Don't even try to look it up. Just go into it. Trust us. Favorite publisher, which we talked about, First Second, forever. I mean, we both read so many good First Second books.
I haven't read a bad First Second book.
I think I probably have, but I'd really have to think about it. And there's only like one, you know?
Yeah.
Versus any other publisher, I can be like, here's some bad ones. Like,
I just love what they're doing. And I read a lot of comic books. We both read a lot of comic books, but some of my most memorable reading experiences this year have been from First Second.
Yeah,
like the most emotional response that I've had has been from First Second. Truly enjoyable reads. I feel like there's a lot of people in our community that probably don't pick up those books because they see it as being like young adult graphic novels. But I really wish they wouldn't see it like that, because to me it's definitely all ages. Well, not all ages.
Transcend ages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because very well done. Storytelling so well done. You really get to do. They do a good job of like finding stories and writers and artists that do a good job of really developing their characters and giving you unique stories. And I'm in love.
They're so great, so unique. Their production quality, whether you get most of the books, like often like young adult and children's books come out in paperback and hardback, both are fantastic production quality. And that's another thing, like, guys, utilize your library. You're going to find a ton of First Second books at your library. That's where I read the majority of mine.
That's where all of mine are from. And then I just ask for them later. I buy them for myself later.
Yeah. And I mean, even just going to the library and never buying one, you're still really supporting that publisher and those creators. So, and again, you're probably going to find most of them there. That's just kind of how that works. So check your local library and jump into First Second. It's worth it.
So good.
So good.
I need to I don't know, write them some letters or do something, because I just feel like I need them to know how much I appreciate them.
Anyone from First Second watching our channel, we want a sponsorship because we love your books. So hit us up.
I'll do anything. Can I meet Tilly Walton?
That's all we want.
I mean, she liked my tweet about how I read Spinning and cried.
Oh, good. Who didn't? Who didn't read Spinning and cry, right?
Oh my God.
No soul.
Being in Starbucks by myself at like 6 a.m, reading Spinning, I'm like, that's me.
So good.
Oh.
All right. Favorite manga. This for me was easy. I read a lot of manga this year, but Cats of the Louvre, which I've talked about now several times. Oh my gosh. I wish I had the little hardcover beside me, but it's just a very nice hardcover from Viz Media. The production quality is very lovely. It's so unique. It's just one of the most unique stories I read this year.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend it for everyone. It's not just some cute cat story at all. If only. I love those too, but it's way deeper than that. Also, there just aren't, I don't know, I guess there are cute cats, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
So check it out. Go into it. Jump in. It's a great journey.
It's on my wish list.
You're going to like it.
Man, favorite manga. I think I have a few. Oh no, my cat's under my kotatsu. Oh, it's too late. That's the only instruction I got with this kotatsu is that don't let your cats under it.
Oh.
It's fine. I think for me, my favorite manga picks are one, My Brother's Husband, because I finally read that this year. So wonderful. Mm-hmm. Absolutely wonderful. Two, all of the my lesbian experience with loneliness books. Although I definitely prefer the first one to the following one. And all the Junji Ito that I've read this year, because I was trying to limit myself to just one a year. I can't do it, I guess. So
that's how I felt.
I love all those books so much. It makes me so happy. Of course, top manga every year always will be One Piece for me. Mm-hmm. But I did read, I did catch up on My Hero Academia this year, and I really enjoyed that. But of course, I mean, any Shonen Jump, it doesn't take much for me. I'm gonna like it.
They're likable for a reason. Yeah.
Yeah, they're bingeable. I sit down and because you have 100 chapter limit on Shonen Jump, and I definitely hit that no problem. like 100 chapters per day.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to do.
So Larry is saying Dark Phoenix was truly horrible, and Moonshadow was depressing and sad. I wish I could unread it.
Oh man,
Yeah, that is, I should have put that down. Maybe that was my biggest disappointment because I didn't finish it. I don't think I can. Like, I'm still like 100 something pages in, and I'm just like,
we did a pick of the month for that.
I mean, like we said, the hardcover is beautiful.
It's beautiful, and I don't regret having it on my shelf. Like, I can see it right now.
I regret it.
Very nice. I'm never gonna read it.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I'm never gonna finish it. It's maybe there should be a category for that. What did we do? Like, I don't often do not finish books, right? But that's the one that stands out in my mind this year, where I was like, I can't do this. There's over 500 pages, and I'm hating it. So why would I continue to waste my time? So that's how I felt about it.
Hayden said their favorite Marvel read was Princess Leia. Again, I need to jump into this.
Yeah, that Mark Waid mini, it was great.
Let's go through down. Larry agrees with our first second. Thank you, Larry.
Nice.
Also, Larry, I'm glad that you joined our channel this year. You and Hayden and Freddie's always here.
Everyone here now.
You guys are so nice. I just want you to know that I appreciate you. You guys are my top 2019.
Mine too.
If we ever meet in person, I will be just as awkward about it. Trust.
Can't wait.
Ray says top creator interactions on Twitter: G. Willow Wilson, Kelly Thompson, Chip Starsky.
Yeah, Chip on Twitter is top notch. If you guys don't read people's Twitter, yeah, Kelly Thompson is great.
Comic book Twitter is wild.
Oh my gosh, check out Donnie Cates on Twitter. You'll have the time.
Yeah. Kyle Starks is great too.
Yeah, Kyle is great.
As soon as Kristan said manga, I knew she was going to pick Cats of the Louvre. I'm dying to read the book.
I want you to.
And this. I'm dying to read Witch Hat Atelier. I want to read it so bad.
Yeah, I gotta read the next 2 volumes. That first one was great. That is a top contender for me too.
Someone tell my mom to say, as a 28-year-old, someone tell my mom to buy the books off my list. Hayden says, still waiting on the gory Ito version of Family Opera. It could be perfection. Ooh. I agree. Yeah, I think Family Opera would absolutely translate very well to Japanese horror. Also, I love Family Opera anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So good. I love Moonshadow, but issue 12 didn't resolve anything, and the final issue was just tragedy after tragedy.
That's how I felt about the whole first 100-something pages. I was just like, gosh, this is just very sad and also weird. And not a weird that, I like a lot of weird stuff. I love Ito, right? But I was like, I'm not enjoying this weird. It's just, I don't know.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
It happens.
I'm happy you liked it. I hope you got our deal, Freddie. Maybe other people, the deal was for them, not us.
Yeah. But it looks very nice on my shelf.
It's pretty.
My favorite comic book show, Fangirlz, Fangirlz Assemble.
Oh, Hayden.
Don't tell everybody else. Or tell them.
Tell everyone.
Oh, Freddie, I got it after the deal. Oh, no.
Darn.
Well, you can rub it on your face. It does feel nice.
It's nice.
We need to get t-shirts.
That say rub it on your face. Rub it on your face and smell it.
Fangirlz Assemble. I think we got a comment on the last video. I thought it was a comment proper on the video, but it wasn't there this time. That said something like, you all need to stop talking about how it smells. Get over it.
Yeah, and I'm like, have you watched the show?
I was like, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Go watch us. Marvel, I gotta say, I devoured Spider-Man My Life. I really want to read that.
That's on my shelf upstairs from the library, so I need to jump into that. I hear it's great.
The only good thing about Moonshadow was the cat on the moon page. That's why everybody bought it, right?
Yeah, that's why I know. I was like, this is great. And then the first hundreds of the pages, I'm like, where is this cat? What is happening?
Also, an Ito Stephen King collab could be the greatest piece of horror media ever.
Oh, that'd be good.
I agree.
That'd be great.
I'm still waiting for a lot of my favorite horror creators to kind of get together. We almost kind of had that with the video game genre with Silent Hill. And then Konami hates me, so we don't have it anymore. But All right, Kristan.
All right. That's the end of my categories. I have some honorable mentions I want to talk about before I get to my top ones. I'm just going to throw them out there because there's too many. I was like, these are all honorable mentions. But Space Dumplings by Craig Thompson was really great. Lumberjanes and Gotham Academy. Finally read that. Cute. It's great. Fragments of Horror by Ito. I love his short stories. They're so good. One Punch Man. It's just a total joy. Always. Yeah, it's so fun. Taproot is one that you need to read. I think you would really like that. I think that was, I can't remember who published that, but it's great. It's on Hoopla for anybody who has Hoopla. Motor Girl. I forgot. I read that for the first time and then reread it this year.
Yeah.
And it's great.
Oh, I love it.
I mean, anybody who hasn't jumped into Terry Moore, we praise him all the time. But
I love him
pick
so
that
much,
up.
And Super Wicked cried in front of him. That's normal. That's fine.
You know, it happens, right? Lupin Leaps In, which is the Cat Breaking News sequel, which is just cats pretending like they're on the news. Like, oh, this vacuum's crazy. Like, it's so funny and cute and hilarious. And it's total joy. See if your library has it, because I think you'll enjoy it. But it's so funny, and I really had a good time with that this year. But of course I did. But I mean, genuinely, like, I laughed out loud. And I don't usually laugh out loud at any books, really. Yeah. Unless they're actually really funny. So that was extra great. And, you know, I work in news. So I'm like, this sounds like people. So it was extra funny for me. Murder Falcon, I have to mention here, because it was way better than I thought it would be. Like, on the surface, you're like, oh, it's just this weird, silly metal monster thing. And that's not at all what it is. So that was great. Bad Weekend, which was the very short story by Brubaker. And that was really good. Sabrina by Kelly Thompson. Loved it. That's the good Sabrina. That's the Sabrina you guys need to read. Farmhand was great. I just read the first volume, but I need to jump into the second one. That's out now. But that's great. Scurry, first 2 volumes are out. It's fantastic. Highly recommend that. And finally, The Avant-Gardes, which I'm still reading in singles on Hoopla.
So
and
good.
It just keeps getting better and better. It's fantastic. Boom's killing it. So those are my honorable mentions. I was like, I gotta put them somewhere. I'll just talk about them real quick. So you just have a list of your top ones? Is that?
And honestly, I've said most of them.
Hey, that's okay.
It's just like a random assortment for me. So what's your top 10?
I'll do it. 10? I'm going to go 10 to 1. Guys, I'm getting dramatic here.
Ooh, wow. I'm so impressed. I can't 10 to 1 anything.
Oh, well, I was just like, here you go.
Anime, I think, but that's it.
I mean, listen. Are these really set in stone? Not really, because I loved so many books, but I wanted to categorize them, so
I'm excited.
Number 10, They Called Us Enemy by George Takei. So good.
Ooh, I need to read that one.
It's still hurting me. Like, in a great way. It was amazing. And I'd say you're going to hear the rest of this list and be like, wait, things were better than that? I'm not even saying they're better than that. These are just my favorites.
Yeah.
So,
of course. And that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's how that works. So that was amazing. Anyone who hasn't read it, pick it up. It's fantastic. So that's one for everyone. Number 9, Bloom.
Oh, so good. I have it right here. Also needs to be returned to the library.
It's so great. Oh, and it's soft, too.
That's and you can find it in many stores in the manga section for no reason.
For no reason. Just because it's a little shorter. The art's beautiful. The story, it's just so good. It's super, I'd say it's pretty cutesy, but in a great way.
Oh, yeah.
It'll make you feel good. So that's Bloom. Number 8, Steven Universe. Specifically the all-in-one hardcover. Oh my gosh.
Beautiful.
And the stories were so great. There's tons of like little mini stories in it. There's some longer things that tie together, but I tore through that in like one night. And that's a chunky hardcover. Like,
oh yeah. It's a wonderful read.
Yeah. And it's worth, you know what? I'd say you may want to go ahead and get that. If you're thinking about it at all, it is a Boom hardcover. You know that Boom, well, maybe you know now with Power Rangers, Boom doesn't tend to. Sometimes they reprint stuff, but it could go out of print, and then you'll be mad about
and
it.
it's worth it. I mean, you're not going to regret it.
Yeah, you're not going to regret it at all. Go to IST.
And if you haven't watched Steven Universe yet, I recommend you go ahead.
Yeah, because I waited too long. That's another one. Late to the party, and now I love
Steven
it.
Universe,
so
yeah.
definitely
just in time for Steven Universe Future. I did go ahead and buy this season, so if you catch up and want to watch it, I have digitally on Amazon everything after Hulu stops, so you can just use my login.
I love it. Thank you. I will do that. I need to catch up for sure. Hopefully soon. Number 7, T-Dragon Festival. Guys, so how many times do we have to praise Katie O'Neill on this channel before you buy all her books? Okay, go buy them.
So good and beautiful hardcover.
Oh my gosh, better. Keep getting better and better. If you have the first T-Dragon book, T-Dragon Society, it's like way oversized and thin. T-Dragon Festival, little bit thicker, and it's like a great size.
It's been working out.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Number 6, the Dam Keeper trilogy. Guys, if you haven't read it, pick it up. It's, again, probably at your local library. This is another first-second book.
Let me add that to my wish list again.
It really blew me away. The art was incredible. The story was so good, and it's one of those things. It's an adventure that I'm not going to forget. I really, really loved it. Number 5, Buffy Boom.
Yeah.
The Boom Buffy.
What a treat. What a treat we were given.
A total joy. I'm so glad to see Boom doing something different and new with Buffy that we haven't seen before. People may not like it, and that's okay, Hayden. But, I just love that we're getting this whole new universe with these characters, different characterization. Like, if you don't love it, the original Buffy's still there. You're fine. Like, it's okay.
And then, of course, the only downside is that we couldn't keep Dan Mora for longer.
I know.
But
that is so true, though.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, I'm happy to get it. I mean, I suffered the original Dark Horse years where all the artists were terrible, mostly. So I'm okay. Like, I can get through it. I just want the story. Number 4, Are You Listening by Tilly Walden.
So good.
Guys, I know we're praising Katie O'Neill a lot and Tilly Walden. It's because they're amazing. Go get all the books, but Are You Listening was just so good. I can't even describe it. It is very hard to describe that book. But you need to go read it. That's what I think. Number 3, Upgrade Soul. Guys, I feel like I've been talking about it a whole year because I have. I read this very early this year.
It just sticks with you.
And it's still stuck with me. Yeah, that's exactly it.
It's so weird.
Oh, it's so unique. We've both read so many comics. To find something that unique and that different, and for it to stick with you, I think says a whole lot about that story. And I don't want to tell you guys anything about it. If you've heard us talk about it, even if you haven't right now, go get it. Just go get it. Trust us. Yeah, there's no hardcover. It doesn't matter. It won't be coming out. Go get it. Support this book. Number 2, Kiss Number 8.
Man.
I'm so glad.
I think that's still my favorite second book out that I've read.
I think mine too.
Man, that's another book that just wrecked me. Straight up. I remember I was sitting in bed. I think my fiance's on his phone, and I'm reading Kiss Number 8 in bed and just losing it.
Yeah, it's. I'm so happy I came on here and gushed about it and convinced you guys to read it because if I would have sat with that alone, it would have been worse. But it's incredible. So anyone watching who hasn't read Kiss Number 8, please read it. It's so good. And my number 1, I had to say, because it ended this year, that is Giant Days. I read the ending. I read it to the ending, and the ending was still great. So anyone who hasn't read Giant Days by now, this is your time. They're not continuing those hardcovers. So if you're, concerned about that, it's just not going to happen. So there's 3 of them. You're not going to get the rest. Go get the trades. Get it on Comixology. There's tons on Unlimited. You can get it for free. And jump into that world because it's going to make you happy. That's it. That's my list.
I think it's a great list.
Thank you.
It's been a good year for comics for us. I mean, I guess every year there's just a ton of books. There's a lot to read, but
definitely.
Oh, Freddie, did you just order it, or only if they call it Enemy and Boom Buffy Volume 1? Steve Universe.
Yeah. Good.
I hope you did. I hope that you were just like,
you're like, yeah, I did it.
Hayden, she only does it with love.
Yeah, and that's okay. We were saying. Also, I saw that Hayden, worst read of the year so far was probably the Dark Horse Angel issues in the first Legacy. Yeah, everyone didn't love that early stuff, but I'm still gonna buy it.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I bought Legacy, and I know it's garbage.
Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna. It's nothing amazing.
I'm a Buffy completionist now.
That's how that works. Yeah,
it's too late for me.
We've gone too far.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess, and also, I mean, congrats to us, episode 70. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is weird.
That's weird.
That's really weird. But thank you everyone for supporting it.
So yeah, so we won't be back until we'll take a little Christmas vacay, and we'll be back. Right now, it's looking like the first Sunday of January, so that's like.
Yeah, what day is that? I don't know. I'll look at it. I'll find that out.
So
that seems like January 5th. That's what that sounds like.
There it is.
Awesome. See you guys
so
then.
Hopefully we'll be able to do like a haul, again.
Christmas haul.
If somebody would like to convince the people in my life to actually buy from Amazon wishlist, that'd be really cool. Just slip in there.
Hey, Maddie's family.
Hey, could you just pick up a few books? I'll be so sad if I open up a present. There's not even just one book. It's inexpensive. Lloyd, thanks, Matt, for the recommendation on Injustice. I'm getting it in the mail and can't wait to dig in. Oh, I'm excited for you. I can't wait to pick up my omnibus. It's been delivered to Omar's house. So I need him to bring it.
Now he's going to keep it for
me. So many non-Sunday shows. Congrats to all the shows. Yeah, we've been kind of having to go back and forth, which thank you all for still sticking in with us.
Yeah, we appreciate that. It's been a lot into this year. It's really busy. Yeah. My schedule's crazy. It's a lot.
But, we'll probably still keep going back to like Sunday and Wednesday shows. But luckily, I'm glad that you all still be able to join us, even with it being like this.
Yeah, totally.
Is there anything you're looking forward to in 2020, Kristan?
Oh, gosh. I always forget what's coming out. There's something. There's definitely something.
I'm excited for that She-Hulk omnibus.
Yeah, I want to get that too.
Because she deserves it. Besides that, I used to write in my agenda what's coming out when I'm going to pick it up, but I'm kind of cooling down a little bit on that. Shep and Cedric is coming out with a new book that I'm really excited for, but it's another one that I won't be able to talk about publicly, I think. It's about succubi. So, one of those. Yeah, I don't know.
The Buffy hardcover, I'm very excited about. Well, the library edition and the Hellmouth hardcover.
Yes, absolutely.
Will be great. So I'm excited to see the library edition. I really don't think they're going to match up, but hey, maybe they'll surprise me and it'll be cool. Either way, I don't care. I'm just going to get it.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, so Hayden, season 11 of the library in January.
Yep.
Rocco's Modern Afterlife. I know that was. And Black Bolt. Black Bolt was wonderful. I'm very excited.
Thinking about picking that up just because of the hype from you guys.
I really like it.
Yeah, that'll be really cool. Rocco's Modern Afterlife. I read the first 2 issues and then I stopped because I'm like, I'm just gonna get this trade. It was great. I mean, it's Rocco and then zombies, and it's great.
Wonderful. We're getting 2 She-Hulks? I'm pretty excited for that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's more. It's hard to think through.
Yeah, I'm just I know I've read and heard things, but but what are those things?
And I don't trust anything to actually come out anymore. So like I used to get really excited and like plan by the week.
DC's ruined it for you.
Solicitation. Yeah, man, you know. DC, it's gotten to me.
I'm back and forth on if I want to pick up the Astonishing X-Men reprint or not.
Yeah.
You know, I love that run. I have it in complete collections. Do I really need the Omni? But it's a cute little Omni. I like those cute little Omnis. So
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe.
All right. Well, we will see you in January. I think we'll probably start off January with the haul or like recent reads video. I imagine. Because
it'll be a bit, yeah.
And then during the break, Chris and I kind of plan out what we're gonna read for January, and then I can post on Instagram, she can post on Twitter, and we'll just give you guys a little update. Until then, I hope you guys have a really nice holiday. Thanks for sticking around with us this year. Really appreciate it, and I look forward to spending 2020 with you guys.
Yeah, in the meantime, if you guys think of anything you want us to read together or review, let us know in the comments of this video, any video.
Yeah.
And go to InStockTrades.com, our fabulous sponsor. Spoil yourself. Like, if you didn't get what you want for Christmas, like maybe Maddie, go make an order.
Yeah.
Make sure you get it. It'll be worth it for you.
All right, guys. Love you.
Oh, Freddie says, great shirt. I have to comment on it. I mean, Green Day is one of my all-time favorites, so thank you, Freddie.
Kristen act like she won't double dip.
I know. I'm like, what am I saying? Of course. I have to, right? You're right, Hayden. I'll get it.
Oh, Hayden, definitely send it to us. We've kind of been putting one together, but
yeah, I'd
like to see what you have.
We would like help. Yeah, that'd be fine. Thank you.
I've been piecing mine together for a year now, and it's still a mess.
Yeah, I hear that.
All right. Good night, guys.
All right, thanks, everyone.